All right, Light Almighty checking in, man. Listen, YouTube, let's get right to it. So today's video topic is going to be about stop expecting people to support you, right? There's a lot of times where we want to, support us, like our friends, our families, our spouses, significant others, things of that nature. We want that support from those people, and that makes it easier for us to understand what we want to accomplish, or it makes it easier, I should say, it makes it easier for us to pursue the thing that maybe we're unsure about. And really what this comes down to is being confident in yourself. If you're not doing the things daily that you need to do to feel confident in yourself, that's when you're going to start looking to other people for that validation, that support, right? I want to share you guys a video. I want to share an experience. When I first started doing social media, excuse me. When I first started doing social media in 2020, I was posting 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday I would have off. And I was recording and posting every single day. Now that there's, different techniques and methods and strategies that you can use, it would have been smarter to do batch content on one day and then just schedule out the post throughout the week to make my job easier. But I enjoyed making these videos, and I was making these videos, and at the time I was living in Pensacola. I'm a part of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. I was around my brothers at the time, and if I had waited, I was posting 5 days a week, every day, every week for I want to say at least 4 months, at least 5 months. And I started to get traction, and my videos and my posts started getting hundreds of likes in minutes, when it used to only be 20 likes, 30 likes from the people that I knew here. And there's always there's a saying that people say, and it's a quote, and it says, a lot of people will support you that don't know you, but the people that know you won't support you. Why? Is, again, it goes back to having that self-confidence, right? When people meet you, if they met you before you started doing something, they are gonna have a hard time changing their perspective on who you are, because you're becoming something new, right? When people are forced to do something new, a lot of times they don't like that. People don't like uncomfortable things, right? So when you're getting uncomfortable, let's say you're making content and someone that you know or has known you, right, maybe has been talking about content for a long time, but they never pulled the trigger on it, right? When you do that thing, when you make that content, that's going to make them feel smaller as a person, because they're not holding themselves to a higher standard, and they're not following through for themselves, which makes them reflect on the things that they don't really want to reflect on, which is not disciplining themselves enough to follow through on the things that they say they're going to do. Now, me personally, I don't even like making content, right? But I understand that it's essential for what I'm trying to do. I have a business, I have a clothing brand, I have all these things that are dependent on my growth and dependent on me putting myself out there. Now, how I put myself out there is up to me. And a lot of the people that I watch and a lot of people that I look up to in the content space, they're very authentic of who they are, which I think sells more than trying to be a cookie cutter, whatever niche that you're trying to be in. But to bring this all back to the point of, expecting people to support you, once you stop caring who's supporting you, the people that are going to support you are going to be there anyways, right? The people that want to be involved in your process of your success are going to be there. The people that can't adjust, more than likely they're going to be doing the same things 5 years from now, right? Same job, same area, same town, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when you start to look at those people for validation, they will never be able to empathize. They will never understand your grind, right? Recently, I would say in the past year or so, I've really started to look at my friend group and who I keep around me in my surroundings. And if you haven't checked out my other videos on your surroundings, go ahead and do that at this moment or whenever you get done with this video. But I started hanging around different groups of people that were better than me, right? Guys that have better physiques than me, right? Guys that take social media serious and they use it as a way to grow their brand and not just post pictures on there for self-validation, right? And when you get around people, you know, iron sharpens iron. So naturally, right? Because I'm not a hater and because I do support those dudes, right? A lot of these dudes I never knew growing up, but I respect their hustle. So naturally, it's gonna call me to go up, right? A lot of times when you're around small-minded people and you ask them for that validation, you want them to support you, you want them to repost you, right? They're not going to do it. So learning how to just accept the fact that the people that are going to support you, you probably would never expect them to support you, right? And losing that expectation will just save you a lot of headache, a lot of confusion, and even just a lot of unnecessary conversation, because eventually they're gonna support you, right? When you're popping, when you got stuff going on, they're gonna feel like, dang, why didn't I take the opportunity to work with this person? Why don't I get closer to this person, right? So you also gotta expect that once you start going, right? They're gonna want to come back and be in your circle and say, oh, I was supporting the whole time, right? And you don't have to demonize these people. You just have to understand where to put them. You have to compartmentalize your life like that, right? You have these people who's been here the whole time. You got people who's been watching the whole time, right? You got people who've been actively supporting the whole time, right? Where do you put these people? It's gonna keep your mind clear, and it's gonna give you a deeper purpose for why you're even doing this. If you're doing this for the validation of other people and you want other people to support you, talk about something that you actually have passion for. That way you can find your tribe, find the people that want to support you, and you can pour more time and invest more time with those people versus people that are gatekeeping information and competition with you, seeking competitions with you. But it's all part of getting better, right? First they laugh, then they fall out. I'm gonna leave you guys there. If you made it this far, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm out.